And coming into view, for once in your life, you don't mind seeing a state trooper. From the Wisconsin State Patrol, the Honor Guard members march in formation with 2 riflemen and 3 members on flag detail. Flags represented are the American flag, the Wisconsin flag, and the Wisconsin State Patrol flag. Now, with my luck on the way home from Appleton to Green Bay, there will be a flashing red light in my rearview mirror. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome back to the downtown Appleton Flag Day Parade. The Americanos Alumni Drum and Bugle Corps consists of members that have come together to join us today for the Flag Day Parade. Celebrating over 80 years in existence, the Americanos have performed all over the country since beginning in 1936. The Latin music theme has entertained crowds for many years and has been a part of their history. Let's enjoy the sounds of the Americanos Alumni Drum and Bugle Corps.
Coming into view, flashing lights, and so impressive, the Gold Cross Ambulance Service, the leader in AED placement throughout the communities they serve. Gold Cross's vision is the best in EMS with the motto of expert care in a heartbeat. Gold Cross Ambulance.
And the Appleton Fire Department coming into view. The newest engine in the Appleton Fire Department fleet operates out of Fire Station number 3. This shiny 2018 engine is number 9323 from Pierce Manufacturing right here in the Fox Valley.
And not hard to guess who this is, the Appleton Evening Lions Club. Formed 54 years ago, is one of over 46,000 local Lions clubs around the world. Club members have missions to improve people's lives and the environment. Their major areas, of course, include children's hunger, visual impairment, pediatric cancer, environmental issues, and diabetes. On the float today, members and leaders of Troop 2451 of the Girl Scouts of Appleton.
And the green car there is the Grand Chute Lions are honored to have participated in the annual Flag Day Parade for over 15 years. For many of those years, they've had the privilege of offering participation in the parade to many of the men and women that call King Veterans Home their home. Leading the way, the Grand Chute Lions president, along with King veterans being honored for their service in the United States Army. Quite a contingent from the King Veterans Home, and we thank them for their service.
All decorated in red, white, and blue requirements for this parade. You have to, your float has to honor the flag, sponsor name has to be on the unit, and there can be no commercial or political advertising on these floats.
Our flag, indeed, the symbol of the standards that set America apart from other nations, and it is those same standards that inflame the hearts of men and women willing to serve. Coming
into view right now, the Romeos and Calicos Square Dance Club. dancing down our College Avenue. They've been having fun dancing for over 60 years. John Stilson's been the club's caller since 1987. Members of the Romeos and Calicos are teens to octogenarians, and they all have a whole lot of fun dancing together. I tried that one time. I took kind of a lesson. You have to concentrate. They make it look easy, but it's not.
It's very difficult. Since 1942, the civilian volunteer members of the Fox Cities Composite Squadron Civil Air Patrol have served the Fox Valley in the state of Wisconsin, providing emergency services, distress relief, aerospace education, and a cadet program focused on leadership development for youth ages 12 to 18. The Fox Cities Composite Squad of the Civil Air Patrol.
And contracts, support services, transport services joining us once again. And again, as we've said throughout the parade, they are honoring every branch of the service. And this time, Contract Transport Services honors the United States Air Force, one of the decorated trucks that they have had throughout this entire parade, another CTS. We are back with more of our Flag Day Parade right after this.
Welcome back to the 68th Annual Appleton Flag Day Parade. The Lakeside Lutheran Warrior Band from Lake Mills, Wisconsin is made up of 100 students from grades 8 to 12. The marching band participates in various community parades. The band is under the direction of Mr. Glenn Pufall, assisted by Mr. Jeff Ludke and drum major Catherine Richard. The band is marching to the tune of Estancia. Let's listen to the Lakeside Lutheran High School Band. Impressive. Appreciative applause from the crowd.
They also win for coolest uniform so far.
Yeah.
Here come the American Legion Operating Engineers, Post Local 139. They trace their recent beginnings to the Veterans Trail and Memorial Wall projects located on the recently expanded grounds of Camp American Legion. These projects added additional areas where veterans, those still serving, and their families can relax, reconnect, and enjoy the Northwoods environment of Lake Tomahawk area, and is visited by hundreds of families every season.
Following them, established in 1901, Ironworker Local Union 8, proudly represented by the men and women of the high steel, honoring one of the most dangerous jobs in high steel construction, showing techniques from the old rivet gang days to modern bolted structures.
Those are some patriotic hard hats, Aaron.
Yes. Ironworkers Local Union 8.
Purposely came with the dirty pants. They're hard at work. Here is the American Legion Post 263 with Auxiliary 263, members of the American Legion Norris Spencer Post 263, and the Auxiliary Unit 263. Members of the New London area ride in the parade to honor and support Veterans of America.
Oh, Tom, it's just the luck of the draw. I get to say the Winnegamie Dog Club, our furry friends of the Winnegamie Dog Club, stroll down College Avenue with their handlers. Always a crowd pleaser, the Winnegamie Dog Club is known as an educational and positive training group from Menasha that has been advancing the cause and welfare of dogs, purebred and mixed breed, since 1958. The club benefits both members and non-members alike, teaching and educating using positive training methods, making dogs a valued member of the family and their community. The Winnegamie Dog Club, always a favorite.
How does that work every year?
I
You
don't
always
know.
get them.
I count back so
It's
I can do this.
because those dogs know you love them so much
Yes,
that
I
they
do.
will only let you talk about them. Yeah.
So many different breeds. And they just look like they're having a whale of a time, don't they?
It is martial arts time. The Academy Martial Arts Leadership. Students of the Academy Martial Arts Leadership range in ages from 4 years old to adults. The leadership has been part of the Appleton community for more than 23 years, formerly known as Karate America, over 400 students strong. And today we have a smaller group, and they're proud to march today in honor of our great country and the flag that we salute. Boy, they're going through their routines right now. Get out of their way. Impressive for such young kids. That takes training, and that takes a lot of
Discipline,
concentration.
integrity, respect, excellence, some of the words that are following them. There you go, some of the things it takes to...
This is the Fox Valley Vietnam Veterans Association, an organization known for helping and supporting Vietnam veterans from the Fox Valley, as well as helping other veterans organizations. And they come in full force with flags, their veterans, their vehicle, and the POW MIA flag, of course.
And following them is quite a lengthy entry from the Military Veterans Museum, with over 20 vehicles at the Military Veterans Museum and Education Center of Oshkosh. They are proud to have 5 of them in the parade today. The mission of the museum to honor our nation's history through preservation and education. Now see if you can spot these vehicles. Army veteran and vice president of the museum drives the M37 3/4-ton truck manufactured by Dodge, used in both Korea and Vietnam. Marine veteran and volunteer mechanic at the museum drives a command reconnaissance truck that saw service in World War II. Army veteran and volunteer mechanic at the museum driving a M35-ton cargo truck that saw extensive service in Vietnam.
Army veteran and past museum president is the owner and driver of the 5-ton tractor and 5,000-gallon tanker trailer, the newest and largest of the featured displays at the museum. Now, this vehicle is a replica of the trucks driven by the 395th Transportation Company in Vietnam, recently restored by the dedicated volunteers at the museum and painted by Oshkosh Defense as a donation. This truck honors the service and sacrifice of the men and women of the 359th and all transportation units in Vietnam. And the last vehicle that you'll see in this contingent bringing up the rear of the convoy, it's called Brutus. It is the Vietnam gun truck. The crew with Brutus today, they rode in Vietnam all those many years ago. By the way, the Smithsonian Channel is going to air a documentary entitled Gun Trucks of Vietnam. It'll be on November 11th, in which the Military Veterans Museum and the Education Center will be featured. The Vietnam gun truck.
A lot of people along the parade route giving their appreciation to these veterans today.
These are the guys who were really on it.
Coming into view, Hearthstone Historic House Museum. They have international significance as the world's first home to be electrified using hydroelectric power, employing the Edison system. It was started as a conversation between old fishing friends spending the day on Lake Winnebago in spring of 1882. H.J. Rogers and his friend H.E. Jacobs. Hearthstone's new exhibit, Caught in the Current, Reeling in Edison's Bright Idea, tells the story of fishing in the 1880s with antique lures, rods and reels, other gear, and how a day on the lake changed the world. And in the boat are Mr. Rogers, played by Frank Coffend, a lifetime collector of fishing gear, and Mr. Edwards, played by Tom Wheeland, Hearthstone's marketing and development director. The boat features a 38-star U.S. flag representing the time of that era, 1882.
As you can hear them coming, that's the Kimberly Community Band under the direction of Bob Cromer. They've been delighting audiences in the village of Kimberly and surrounding communities for 112 years. The band's members come from many backgrounds, including high school, college students. The eldest trombonist has been a member for over 60 years. How about that? And the band has been taking part in this Appleton Flag Day Parade since its inception. 60 years playing the trombone. Wow.
A combined entry for the parade, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 10544, Combined Locks, and American Legion Post 265, Darkway have joined together. Joining us in the parade, being driven by a John Deere tractor.
And following them is the VFW Nicolay Post 2126 out of Menasha. The flag was flown on the battleship Wisconsin. The float is inspired by the Isle of Valor located in Smith Park in Menasha. It is Menasha's veteran island, which has 2 Medal of Honor recipients. It was made an historical site on Armed Forces Day of 2016. The island recently celebrated its 10-year anniversary on Armed Forces Day on May the 19th.